in our history, which has had, I think, more profound implications than we think. You know, we can spend time talking about the elections, you know, all that, what happened in August 1 and so forth. All those things are implicated in the events of November. And you need to understand what has happened. If you fail to understand, even for, you know, my comrades who are in ZANU-PF or those in MDC or whatever, if you don't understand what is happening to your parties or in your parties as a result of November, then you really be, you know, lost. You need to understand those challenges that are taking place and the shifting plates in those parties. Similarly, for civil society to find each other, for business, I think it's important to understand things that we took for granted are no longer things that we should take for granted. There are new things that are taking place, new people who are coming up, and likewise, understanding how the state has shifted. Is it still operating in the same way? Diana spoke about those who influence governments. A few weeks ago, I wrote something about the oligarchs, the powerful people who are in charge of what is happening in the country, controlling cartels. And we can fight about ZANU-PF versus MDC and whatever. It doesn't, these characters are out there, and they control, and they engage, and they do what they do. So I think it's important for us, for whoever is engaged with Zimbabwe, to have a deeper, or to seek to have a deeper understanding of what happened and how it has impacted on Zimbabwe, because it will have an impact on what happens going forward.
But in terms of economic recovery, do you think there is a case for sanctions to be removed and to allow Zimbabwe to progress?
Well, you know, Agnes, I have stated this many, many times before. I don't know how many times I should go back to that issue. Go and read my work on sanctions and what I believe on those issues is in the record. My view is that I think that Zimbabwe needs to do everything that it has to do, whether it is fixing the issues that are currently affecting us in our country. Look, before we even talk about those things, because I don't like to look for one or two things as if they were scapegoats. But I mean, look at the budget yesterday. We were supposed to spend about $4.4 billion. We spent about $6-something billion. We overspent. And you know, between January and August this year, how much money did we spend in terms of treasury bills? $2.5 billion. So you know, I don't want to be boxed into discussing an issue as if that is the only cause of problems in Zimbabwe.
But is it true
it's a multifaceted.
To say that democracies are expensive to run?
Oh,
and can Africa afford democracies, and can Zimbabwe in particular afford democracies? Is this not why we are seeing all these things festering in our own economy? We are running in a system that we inherited. Is this system actually working for Zimbabwe?
You know, there are so many cliches about democracy.
Yes,
exactly. So many cliches about
Thank
democracy.
you very much.
So
I think we'll leave it at that, and I'll take it over to Dr. Mami.